FactsVerse presents. 17 years after this prisoner escaped, police finally found his unexpected hiding place. Song Jiang was in prison for taking part in the trafficking of women and children. He was in a prison camp for nearly 20 years when he made his escape. With the help of drones, he was finally found. 17 years after he escaped prison, they finally found his unexpected hiding place. Sun is not the first person to ever escape from prison, of course, and he's probably not going to be the last. Ohio's Gallia County Jail has had to deal with breakouts in the past. The most recent one occurred in 2019. There are reasons why breakouts are possible at that prison. It was built over 50 years ago, and it was not built with the strength or the space to hold the number of prisoners who have been sentenced there. They had to start leaving the inmates' cells open to house everybody there. The dorm-style sleeping arrangements, they were just one of the prison's issues. Another was getting officers to work at the prison. The staff made between $11 and $15 an hour, which contributed to the low level of interest. In the fall of 2019, 4 men managed to escape from Gallia County Jail. Their names are Lawrence R. Lee III, Bryn K. Martin, and Christopher M. Clemente, and Troy R. McDaniel. They were in jail for crimes including drug possession, domestic violence, burglary, assault, menacing, and unlawful restraint. They were all facing long sentences, so they decided to come up with an escape plan. The 4 men fashioned a homemade weapon while in jail, and they used it to overpower 2 female correctional officers on duty on Sunday, just after midnight. Without any guards in their way, they forced through a security door and made it out of the jail. Bryn Martin had already escaped from that prison once, and his knowledge was helpful. He made it possible for the men to break out of the facility. Before leaving the prison, the 4 inmates went to the jail's administrative wing, where they stole a correction officer's keys. They took the officer's car just a few blocks from the jail, where they left it behind and got into a waiting vehicle. The police were sure that there was somebody on the outside helping the 4 men. They drove the getaway car from Ohio to Pennsylvania, where they then ditched that car. The police were worried that they were in a Pittsburgh mall, so they closed it down. They believed the men were somewhere in the area, but they managed to avoid capture. The North Carolina Highway Patrol, located 400 miles east of the prison, was told that the 4 escaped convicts might be in the area. They were told the men were spotted at a Red Roof Inn in Cary. When they arrived at the motel, they managed to arrest Martin, McDaniel, and Clemente. Lee managed to get away, which triggered a manhunt. Finally, shortly after the arrest of his fellow inmates, Lee was spotted in Durham, North Carolina, and he was taken into custody. Song's capture was different than the 4 convicts from Ohio because he managed to evade the police for a very long time. He escaped from the prison camp in 2002. For 17 years, the police were searching for him. In September of 2019, the police finally received a tip on his whereabouts. They were told that he had settled somewhere near his hometown of Union. The area is known for its stunning landscapes. When police got word that Song might be hiding in that area, they sent a team out searching for him. During the initial sweep, they came up with nothing. They couldn't find Song or any signs of him. And that was when they decided to bring in the drones. Since the terrain wasn't safe, the drone would be able to capture images from above. The police hoped that they'd find the convict using this technology. When the drone flew over the area, it revealed a large blue steel tile roof on a steep cliff. It was clearly man-made. The drone also caught footage of household garbage. There were no people known to be living out there, so the police were sure it had to be Song. When the police arrived at the site where the drone caught the footage, they saw a cave. Guarding the door was a disheveled old man. It was Song. His time on the run had changed him. He couldn't communicate well since he'd been alone for the past 17 years. He was filthy, and the police described his body as being devastated. He filled water bottles with mountain water, and he cooked on an open fire in pots and pans. The police led him from his cave home and took him back to jail, which sounds like a much better place to live if you ask me. Subscribe for more.